SWIFT. We are getting ready to integrate HAR, XRP, and other cryptocurrencies into our system. That's the main point of this movie. SWIFT is informing other banks that this is the due date for ISO 2022 in bytes. And the email I opened on April 25th states that there are only 6 months left to pay. In other words, you need to join this new way to send messages. Upon closer examination, it becomes apparent that SWIFT has been preparing the entire time. While they may not openly admit it, it becomes far more apparent when one watches the many workshops and movies. Here's one of the principles we hope to instill in our relationship. One example is the way we're attempting to test connections with businesses that offer services based on DTB. It was pretty quick of her, and you might not have seen it again. The community is working with partners during these times of testing and new ideas. These partnerships are also built into the structures of our projects. I'm interested in exploring potential partnerships with companies who offer DT-based technology services, so I can listen to it. As you mentioned, our initial focus is on trade finance and supply chain, but we are more open to exploring additional partnerships with organizations. The technology that enables piloting devices is DT-based. XDC is the first thing that comes to me when I hear the word trade capital in other sectors. If you're also thinking about XDC, then you're doing a fantastic job. Recall that CBPR Plus is an initiative spearheaded by the Swiss government with the goal of standardizing international payments and expanding their network's functionalities. Becomes apparent. Our team is currently watching a movie on Ripple as part of our efforts to upgrade your systems and processes. Testing will remain challenging until all of the world's major platforms have been upgraded. This is due to the rapid pace at which blockchain technology is evolving. Events evolve. The intricate processing of payment messages requires careful planning, ample testing time, and a well-structured and well-thought-out strategy as various bank systems, including banking channels, payments processing engines, screening systems, and the core banking system all work together. Testing strategy to ensure that all systems and processes are well practiced. This will ensure that once the system is operational, everyone knows how it should work and, more importantly, what to do in the event of an error. With this preparation, everyone will be ready to accept these types of funds, which are crucial for XRP to move forward. Below is the SWIFT Network Centralized Payments Hub Orchestrator, CBR+, which links the back-end systems of financial institutions to the SWIFT network. A few months ago, SWIFT announced that CBR Plus will be delayed for a year. Not only does it state and support the aforementioned ways, but it also has some new features, best practices, and updates that make it easier for individuals to adopt CBPR. Additionally, it allows for the use of multiple payment methods like Ripple and Visa Direct. Isn't that great? As was said on another paper, this is once again something that can be found with enough effort. SWIFT CBPR Ripple offers numerous products that utilize blockchain technology to facilitate rapid cross-border payments. You might want to take a time to reflect and ask, hey, aren't they testing it? I always warn people not to get too attached to their dates. You never know when banks will start using crypto. And if you don't believe SWIFT has been testing the XRP system, you can't be sure what they'll do once everything is in place. Quite a few banks will be struggling and falling behind, so you'll have to problems. I hope that these changes are being implemented because this is just another thing that says ISO 2002 data interchange since new. Consider banks that are about the size of credit unions. Some of these banks, like JP Morgan and Bank of America, have huge staffs that rely on information from SWIFT and other places. It's April 2025, and here we are with Chainlink. We discussed working together with Chainlink, and now financial systems will require new protocols to integrate with blockchain technology. Swift brought up Chainlink, right? Okay, this is bringing corporate actions up to date with technology by working together. Note that Ripplet is a new mechanism to exchange messages. I would love to see Swift materialize here, but it is by no means guaranteed. This is from March 21, 2024, and Swift discusses the concept of a worldwide shared ledger that is built on messaging. When we recently spoke with Standard Charter, we discussed the organization structure necessitates the modification of common ledgers and a disruption of itself in order to. In 2021, I proposed a regulated liability network, RLN, based on distributed ledger technology, DT. This network would serve as a common ledger for all regulated payment forms such as stable currencies, e-money providers, commercial banks, and central banks. Really well, there's also this, which is why, in two separate papers, the authors discuss Ripple's technology and its website Ripple and XRP, specifically in relation to how to improve international payments. Here's another Swift file with Ripple in the center and Earthport, Ripple 2, the one below it, visible. So here's something else. I always wonder why they didn't just use cryptocurrency when they could have used e.g. XRP, the Swift GPI coin, which appears to be a Swift file, XRP. The primary reason why banks prefer XRP above other coins is because it is the most secure. This is due to the fact that Ripple's focus is initially on banks' accountability. One important thing for banks is to de-risk their operations and adhere to regulations. One way to do this is for banks to reach out to Ripple and express their interest in their cross-border and stablecoin solutions. Ripple can then inform these banks about their various products and services, assist you in reducing your risk. The consequences for banks might be severe if their own blockchain or technology were to be compromised or otherwise compromised. Hey, how about we watch this movie? We can all agree that this is a good way to reduce risk. There will be a Western Union. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate it. Your likes will help the channel and movie reach even more wonderful people like you. I know you want to help me out a lot, so